Oh, yes, we're live. We're here today. Thank you so much for joining me, comic book community. The community I make comic book content for. I do appreciate you. I would really appreciate it if you let me know how you are doing right now in the chat. As you can see, I'm missing somebody. They're supposed to be right here. He's on his way. He's on his way. He did us a solid. Ryan, Fire Guy Ryan, did us a solid. He switched his days off so that he could be available this coming weekend, because we are going to be at Emerald City Comic Con, and I'm so stoked about it, and we are so busy getting ready for it because Emerald City starts tomorrow, which means after this show, we got to get packing because we're heading out to Seattle, and we have a show to do. We're going to be there Thursday through Sunday. Ryan will be there. I believe he's going to be there tomorrow, but he'll for sure be there Friday. Aaron's going to be there tomorrow and the next day. We got Jeff there all weekend. Russ is going to be there tomorrow. And Russ is heading to Japan this weekend. He's going out for like a little over a week to Japan. So it's going to be really tricky. We're having to plan everything. We want to make sure that top 10 list gets made, that video gets made so that we can release that on Friday without fail. Fire Guy, how are you in the chat? You're supposed to be here right next to me. And how are you texting? You gotta be careful while you drive, my friend. But he's probably running. He's probably running up to sit in this seat. But we have a packed show today. I have some fun stuff to chat with you about. So the first things first. I'm not sure why the chat isn't coming up on the screen, but we're going to keep on rolling with it. We have some comic karma that we are so backed up on that we need to do. We have some updates to how we're going to be doing that going forward as well. We are typically doing, the plan was we were going to do a whole show around comic karma, and then we realized we're going to change the live show up here pretty soon. So we're going to hold off on committing to doing anything, and we're just going to open Comic Karma when it comes in, because what ends up happening is if we don't open it, it starts getting stacked up, and I'm looking at five boxes that stack up about, you can't see it, so we're going to go accordion style. The whole width of my screen. So it's a good 3 feet tall. If my screen is 3 feet, I don't know. It's got to be close to it, about a yard, right? So we're going to be doing some comic karma, but I'm going to be waiting till Fire Guy Ryan can come and help me open that. So we're going to put that aside, and we are going to chat about a couple things that I thought would be fun to talk about. We have some like newsy type stuff. So I'd appreciate it if you guys let me know what you think about this in the chat. This particular news that has come out. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. We have some updates. Kevin Feige, he went on and answered a couple questions about the MCU. I figured we should chat about that. I also have some information that looks like it's been hitting the internet as of today about the Jared Leto-led Morbius living vampire film. Yeah. So I want to chat about that as well. And I also want to know how you guys are doing. So let me know in the chat. And I also want to hear your thoughts about these two different things. So the first thing, I was hoping Ryan would be here so I can chat with him about this, but I'm going to rely on you, the comic fam here in the chat, to chat with me about this until he gets here. The first thing is that Kevin was asked about a couple things. In particular, what does this app mean? You know, as far as it pertains to the MCU and what we can expect. You know, these shows are going to be hitting this Disney app, and we're being told that to expect Marvel live action, like almost film, like comparable to what you would see at a movie types of content happening on this app. And I put some notes down here. He said that these are Marvel Studio shows that are not only produced by Marvel, but they are set in the MCU with a direct connection to the movies. So that's a pretty interesting thing here. I want to remind everybody about what we have right now. You know, think about these different franchises and how they're all within the universe, but they aren't directly connected. We're actually seeing Marvel take this a step further and actually saying we're not only going to connect this together on the app within shows like we've seen. I mean, DC's doing it right now, but they're going to go a step further and connect it to the movies. I think that's very interesting. One, it hasn't been done yet. I mean, even to this day with Marvel letting Netflix take on a few of their owned characters and release their own live action adaptations, we don't even see them crossing over to the MCU cinematic universe. So this is actually really telling. It means that we need to be keeping a closer eye out on what shows are going to be hitting this app, because if it has direct connections to the MCU cinematic universe, it means that what news we get from this app could actually have long-term effects on the comic book market. We're already seeing some things happen, especially with some Netflix shows, with DCU shows, but we haven't seen anything happen that has direct influence on the MCU cinematic universe. I think it's worth mentioning. I think this is big news. I've been following a lot of the movie stuff, and I want to try to focus on the things that really catch my eye that I discuss with you, the comic book community. This is one of those moments where I stood back and went, that's different. That's notable. That's something that I think is important. So that's going to cause me to pay a little bit more attention to things that Kevin's saying in these press conferences, because he's been saying a lot of stuff lately. We have heard of some Nova talk as of late, and I didn't make a video about 3 weeks ago because I just didn't have enough time to include what research I found, and I wanted to do a little additional info. And the video topic was about how I don't think Nova's going to happen based off of things that was said. I'm glad I didn't make that video because it looks like things are happening. So we got to be focused on what this gentleman says, because a lot of the stuff he says, he doesn't typically go that far out, like straight up lie. Like he doesn't straight up just say something that's totally out of bounds. In this case, I actually think this is a truthful statement that these shows are going to be directly connected. Why would they make something like that up? It seems like a big burden to take on otherwise. So they want to get that out. Let's keep a close eye on what the MCU and Kevin has in store for us. And thank you so much to the super chat, buy and sell. We do appreciate that. Helps keep things going. We're going to Emerald City to go shopping for the comic fam. I am so stoked. I got some surprises. I have some, we're going to be doing a giveaway here. Actually, for this video, we always do giveaways on our Wednesday show, but we have, for the mystery mail call, for those who post their box, their contents of their box, and with the appropriate hashtag on Instagram, we do extra bonus boxes throughout the month. And we typically do that post right around the 16th. The 15th is the last day to post your mail call, so that on the 16th I can go through on the Explore page via that hashtag and write everybody's names down and do a raffle and pick a couple people to send a bonus box to. We've sent out a bunch with, I actually think every box has now had a graded comic go out. So we're trying to keep that going. However, this weekend is Emerald City Comic Con, and it just doesn't feel right. I tried putting together the extra boxes, and I'm like, yeah, but I want to wait. I want to see what I can get at Emerald City. Like, what if I can get some exclusives? I don't want to have to wait till next month to send those exclusives out, especially if they're hot. I want to get them out to you. So we're probably going to hold off doing the giveaway until I get back from Emerald City. So it's going to give everyone a couple extra days, and it gives me a couple extra days to shop and to see if I can get some exclusives for you. So look out for those. The next thing I wanted to talk about, Tyrese Gibson. What? Tyrese Gibson. Let's talk about Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson, my favorite part of Fast and the Furious, first off. Very, very cool actor. I enjoy his roles that he's played. And Tyrese Gibson is officially, and in his title on the set is FBI agent for the new Morbius Living Vampire franchise, the movie itself. Not, and I say franchise because they're saying he signed on for 3 movies. That's interesting to me. I want to talk about that. And I also would really enjoy your guys' thoughts on both of these. The Marvel taking their television adaptations and making them directly related to the cinematic universe. And I want to know your thoughts about Tyrese Gibson taking on a role of an FBI agent on the Morbius set. Okay. So the first thing that I was taking a look at that I found was interesting, that kind of, made me stop a little bit, is one, why Tyrese? This is kind of an interesting thing, because what was happening is we didn't know about Tyrese for a while. What we did know is that Tyrese was aggressively following Jared Leto, like liking and retweeting things on Instagram about the movie, showing interest in the film. And then days afterwards, we see him actually signing on to be an active member of this team. Now, I wanted to chat about what has been talked about today. Is it's very clear that he is going to have a role that's a bit bigger than a FBI agent, as it's said, because today we actually have some pictures that have surfaced of him with a stunt double doing flips and action sequences in the film. So it makes sense that this actor who is well known is entering this universe to take on more than one movie as far as what we know so far, and that he's doing action sequences. He isn't just a side character. It's not a buddy cop type of thing where we have, there's like 2 FBI agents just kind of who are going to be there throughout the film to then bring in people from the MCU. No, I don't think that's what's happening. I think that we may have Blade on our hands. I think that's what's happening. I could be wrong. Ryan, come on in. I want to hear your thoughts about this. Ryan is here, and I just said that I think Tyrese Gibson's going to possibly be Blade.
Blade?
I think he's going to be Blade, and this is why I think that. Blade, for one, we know that he is in a Disney property. Like it's not something that's being controlled by Sony, but that's like the first thing that said like this may not be true. But the reason why I think we can pass that as truth is that Sony and Marvel, we know they've been behind closed doors. We don't even know the extent of the Spider-Man contract. So I am ready to throw out literally anything at this point. Nova wasn't coming on the scene. Now he is coming on the scene. I think everything's fair game. And there's been something that we were chatting about over this last year. We have Black Cat and Silver Sable that was constantly being brought up. Every other week it was this Black Cat, this Silver Sable, this, and then nothing was talked about. And then all of a sudden we hear Blade talk. We start like hearing a little bit of Blade talk. And I remember that happening in the last 6 months. We were talking about Wesley Snipes. We were talking about like kind of complaining, people joking that, oh gosh, don't bring Wesley Snipes back. He's too old for the character. We need to have someone young, someone hip. We need to bring him in with the bang and bring Blade back to the A-list superhero that he could be. The guy had a trilogy before the MCU. Now we're finding out that Tyrese Gibson is going to be taking on a role on Morbius, the Living Vampire. They're going full villain / anti-villain in this direction of like this Spideyverse without bringing Spider-Man in. Well, how do you bring characters in? Well, you bring someone new. And I think that it appears that there's too much being done with Tyrese as of late for him not to be a superhero of some kind. What other hero would it be? This is a vampire movie, and imagine the kind of movie it would be if he was Blade.
I never saw Blade. Never saw it. Never read it.
You never saw Blade?
Are you surprised? Based on my...
You never seen any of the Blade movies?
No, it didn't pass my incredibly high bar for
Blade?
movies to watch. Yeah.
How have you not seen Blade?
It was made in the around the year 2000, and it had vampires in it. So.
You come in here late,
I'm down to
and
see
you
a new
haven't seen Blade.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay, there, Carolina Chris. Bye, Ryan.
Bye.
Just get out of here, man.
Yep.
You get out of here. Okay, well, I want to know. I want to know what the community thinks here. Have you never seen Blade?
How have I never seen Blade?
People freaking out now,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Look at this. How? Ryan.
I
Oh
know.
my goodness. Okay, so I can't even imagine how much Blade memorabilia you're gonna get.
Probably going to be Blade right now in one of these boxes.
Oh my gosh.
Rainbow, there's no room for you.
Clay 3613 says, "Show me these people who said Wesley Snipes was too old." It was like the main commentary of everything when Wesley Snipes was tweeting about wanting to do Blade again. That was the main response.
He wants to?
Yeah. Oh, he definitely wants to. That there was talk about that last year at some point. But anyways,
Interesting.
It's interesting. I think that it's a possibility that they may slip Blade in at this point. And
Apparently, he's popular.
He's
According to the chat.
According to the chat, people are like, "Are you serious, Ryan? This is a cult classic." According to the chat,
I'm
people
shocked.
are like, "Go stop what you're doing right now and go watch Blade."
Apparently.
What is going on? All right. But yeah, it sounds so. Aside from everyone wanting you to watch Blade
Yes.
very badly, it sounds like people are excited about Blade. Like regardless, I think it's very clear from the chat that people are, the Blade movies are okay. They're not bad. That's better to be. Think of how many superhero movies have come out since then that we can't say that about. And the trilogy wasn't that great, but it was still better than like a lot of MCU movies.
I kind of feel like I'm not missing anything, but then everybody in the chat is kind of changing my mind. So maybe I'll have to do that.
I enjoyed Blade, but you know what? It was like, man, that was a breakout R movie too. Like that was a
Oh, that was R?
series. Yeah, it was hard R, wasn't it?
Isn't Ryan Reynolds in it?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was in the. I think he was in the second and third one.
One of the sequels.
But yeah, it's pretty decent. But then again, I do like Spawn. The movie, the live action movie of Spawn, and
saw that
I also enjoyed the Incredible Hulk with I know with Edward Norton, which I know is not common in the community.
I haven't seen the older Hulk, the one with the dogs or whatever.
Rainbow, go away.
Sorry, bud. You gotta get down.
You gotta get down because we need Ryan talking in the mic. All right.
He does not want to get down.
So, because we are going to be talking about Blade, I happen to have another trade paperback that we sent out a bunch of these in the mystery mail call, so we don't send this one out again. And I got another one. So I felt like it was fitting. We're going to make sure that this graphic novel, Avengers, Ultimate Comics, Blade versus the Avengers, makes it into a giveaway today. But we're looking at 5 big packages filled with Comic Karma. So this isn't the only thing going out. I just wanted to, it was the only Blade thing I had, and I really want to send something Blade out. And if I don't do it as a giveaway here, this is going to stay here forever. Or I'm going to give you another copy, because I think I gave you a copy too.
Pretty sure I have that. I haven't read that yet either.
Okay. Oh, there it goes.
That was a different thing that fell.
It wasn't a reader copy. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's break into these here.
Oh.
Here.
Do you want the biggest, heaviest one first?
Yeah, let's do the biggest, heaviest one first. Okay, so first off, to the member who sent this, which I will let you know as soon as I open this up if there is a note and they want to be read who it was. But I want to say thank you so much for, holy smokes, paying over $30 priority to ship this. Priority shipping rates have become ridiculous.
Wow.
USPS has upped their prices much. Ooh, what is this?
What is in here?
This is
a whole.
Let's see here.
Sorry, Rainbow. Get out here.
What is going on?
There's
We have
art.
some art.
And
oh my goodness, what does that say? Something that says stop.
Biohazard.
Biohazard. Okay.
It's beeping and hissing at us.
All right, so we got some cool art here. Let's see if we can get that.
Okay.
Oh, look at that right there.
I see who this is.
This is Darren.
Mm-hmm.
Darren. The Dwid. Oh, very cool. Okay, so we got the Dwid. Look at that. Dwid hooking us up. We all know the Dwid. He's in the chat a bunch, and he sent us. What did he send us? He sent us shirts.
Hopefully they're shirts.
Looks like shirts. Oh, this is
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
it says Daddy Incredible Hulk. All right, cool.
It says Daddy?
It says Daddy.
Oh, up at the top. Okay. It's like, what's happening?
Okay. This must be for somebody. I'm assuming my dad.
Oh, that makes sense.
That would make more sense than me. I do not have a child.
I am not a father.
That I know of. We also have, what is this?
Mommy. Does it say mommy?
Does it say mommy? It doesn't, but it's a really cool Mysterio shot. That's dope.
Topical.
All right, very cool. Hooking up with the shirts. I think I do need a new shirt because I've worn this shirt particular too many times. I think someone said that this shirt, what did they say? This shirt looks...
Someone said you look like you're always dressed right out of the dryer.
I am dressed right out of the dryer typically. I need to get an iron, I think.
That's an old-timey thing. You don't need an iron.
I think every one of these for my dad, because I think this is, they're all really large, and they're all like this is New York. This has got to be my dad.
Does it say on
the note?
One
literally says Daddy. I don't know. There's no note yet.
There's a note on the back of the drawing. Let me get the.
Was there a note?
Yeah, I'm going to read that.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I'm sitting here going through. I'm like, oh.
Crew. Hi from sunny San Diego. Short but sweet. Karma for my family. Some teas for all. Pick what you like. But one for your dad. Sorry, it's strange.
Because it says Daddy on it.
I assume that's the strange one.
He's like, I have this shirt that says Daddy on it.
Maybe this one is even weirder.
I know a dad in the community.
Yes.
Ooh. That's pretty cool. Fifth Son.
Darren from D's room.
I think this one's got to be yours, man. This seems like something that you would wear all the time.
All the time. Yeah, it goes well with my tattoo.
Your tattoo?
My back tattoo, yep.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
It actually kind of looks like your back tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Not the one that's on my butt, though. Put that over here.
That does look different than the one that's on your butt.
Yes.
Ryan has a big Hal Jordan tattoo on his rear.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to open this. This says a little something extra for Tom. It says for Tom on it.
Foster's.
Foster's.
What is that from?
That's the beer.
Foster's beer?
It's just Australian beer.
It's Australian beer. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever had Foster's. I'm like, Foster's.
I never have either, but I know they've got funky looking cans.
All right. Oh my gosh, there's so many shirts.
This is a big
Oh my
box.
gosh, it just keeps going. The karma is endless. The endless. What is this? He's like, pick whatever shirt you want.
X-Men.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, it's Beast. Okay.
That's beast, man.
That's
Look at
what's
that.
up.
That is dope. Okay.
He doesn't get enough love.
Oh my gosh, there's like literally a shirt in here for everybody and more.
Oh yeah, Dave is in
this
here.
one here?
Ka-chung. He can tell us all about Foster's, I'm sure.
Let's see here.
Ooh,
Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
I dig that.
I dig that too, man. That's dope. The Dwid hooking us up, making us look fly on the camera. We do appreciate that. But the box ain't over. You ever wonder what Comic Karma looks like? Well, apparently it comes in t-shirts and cotton, and it comes in manila folders. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is, oh my goodness. Okay, so read the thing. Did you read it?
I read the letter, yep.
Oh, you already read the letter.
Yep.
Okay, so you just,
I don't want to open the box that specifically says a little something extra for Tom.
can you grab that box for me? Throw it behind you.
Nope.
Okay,
gonna
so we
throw
have
it
all this stuff here. We have, oh my goodness. It says rainbow.
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 Oh.
That's so cool. A little something extra for Russ. Okay, so we're gonna put the stuff that's for other members aside, and I'll just remember to give it to them on the camera sometime. A little something for Erin. We're gonna wait for her to be available.
Nice.
We can open up rainbows though. We also
Get
have
him up here to open up his.
a little something extra for. If you can see that, that is somebody whose head is on fire. I'm assuming that this is for you, my friend, because you are the fire guy. And then
Oh, his shirt says
this,
guy.
these books, plus the Chew trade are karma. That is so cool, my man. Look at that. That is some really good comic karma. This is
It's the first thing you ever gave me to read.
first. That's true. That is true.
That and Hellboy.
That's right. I gave Ryan Hellboy, and I gave him Chew. But I didn't give you this one, and I don't know where that hardcover went, man.
It was a nicer hardcover.
It was a nice.
I gave it back.
You gave it back. You were good about that.
I'm a book giver backer.
All of my trades, all of my graphic novels that I keep on my shelf, it's like a library, and I do not. If it's
You don't expect to get them back.
There it is. There it is. I don't
Certain
expect.
books you just give.
Yeah, exactly. Chew. That is such a great. That is so cool. I'm excited to send that out. Chew's so good, man. All right, that's some good karma.
It
comic
was
karma.
it was unique. It was
Oh.
very unexpected.
Oh, and then we got these comic karma. Okay, so these aren't ours. These are yours. The community's. Spectacular Spider-Man, Fantastic Four 60, the 9-cent world's cheapest comic magazine variant. Is that a variant? This used to be number 60. 489. Excuse me. Deadpool team up 897. Tsum Tsum number 2. That's pretty cool. I like that Ultron cover. Is that Scotty Young? No, it's not. It kind of looks like Scotty Young, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not Scotty Young. And then we got, oh, that's some good comic karma right there. Look at that right there.
Oh.
McFarlane, number 1. Ooh, an X-23. Look at that, number 7. That's a dope cover. Transformers. We got Transformers. Unicron? Unicron. Like, my horn can pierce the sky. Stranger Things. That is cool. That's got to
a
be
variant.
a variant, right?
Yep.
I don't recognize that. Look at that. It's got a $20 price tag on it. That's got to be from a convention. All right, very cool. So what we're going to do, I just know that this Spider-Man, this is
signed. The writer's going to be at Emerald
yeah,
City.
I was just thinking that. We're going to put that aside, and we're going to see if we can make that karma even more caramel.
I'm visiting her.
I'm going to throw this one aside because this is something that I know every single person needs to have at least one copy of. If you don't have one copy, you need at least 2. This is going to go in the stack that's going to be given out today. All right, Ryan, what do you got over there?
Green Lantern, The New Core. It looks like a 2-part series, so I have both of them.
That looks like something that someone would send you
That makes sense.
because you are Fire Guy, also a big fan of the Green Lantern. That's why you have the tattoo on your back.
On my butt.
On your butt.
That's why.
All right, and then
Open
what do we
that.
got here?
It's a little something extra for Tom,
Where-
so.
is Rainbow around? I know he's like, we just shoot him away, but is Rainbow? Rainbow!
Rainbow!
Where's Rainbow? He'll come if you. Rainbow!
He's probably waiting right out.
This is my Rainbow call. I shake this. Rainbow!
Rainbow!
He's gonna come over here and he's gonna get so mad when I'm like, oh, you need to go away. It's okay.
You guys called me over here, now I'm here, now you want me to leave.
All right. Well, we'll see if he may be coming over
He'll
here.
come
slowly.
back.
All right.
Either
What do
way.
we got here? He said this actually says Tom on it. A little something extra for Tom. All right. Let's see here. That's me. It literally is like biohazard. It's like, this is one of those things where it's like, be careful, there's needles in
It
here.
might just poof right when you open it.
That's so dope.
There we go.
Oh
I like
my
that
gosh.
box.
We got a plastic man. We got a plastic
Is it in
man
some kind of plastic?
Funko.
It
And
looks like it's
it is.
in-
It's in a plastic. Is it the same one? I got two now. The community. I think the community knows me quite well.
That's fantastic.
That's pretty cool. That is actually really cool. Thank you, my friend, the Dwid. It's going right up next to it. There ain't nothing wrong with having two plastic mans. Now I can open one and display one,
Yeah.
and the other one.
The other one you can
keep in
drop
the
from a
box.
high place. There we
I actually really want to get all of the 20th anniversary as well as the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers lot, and I want to get two. I want to get the ones that are have been open, so I can have them displayed. I can play with them and
Like the
click the
whole-
belt and the head flips, and then I also want them in the box that it came in. I want to display them both. I want the
go. Set the
Megazord.
bar high.
I want three Megazords. I want one in the box. I want one out of the box that I can assemble and it stays assembled. And then I want a third one where all the pieces are separate. And I want to display them in a white glass container that I can look at. That's what I want.
I have a YouTube video to show you later.
One day I'll get that. Ryan, you need to open. No. That next one, you got to open that because I know what that is because that's from John.
Oh, man.
And John's here. John is a lovely gentleman. He's got a beautiful family. And shout out to John, Comics with Kids. He's actually one of our moderators here. And you see what he did. He made a video where him and the community went through comic books. And I watched this happen. It was so funny because, Ryan, you actually had to specifically
This video has been showing up in my you should watch this, because I watch all of John's videos and YouTube's like, watch this one, Ryan, and I'm
right.
like,
Nope.
I
Can't do it.
can't do it, YouTube gods.
No, can't do it because what he did was he went through a big stack of comics, and then with the community, they went through one by one, just deciding if they're going to send it to you.
Did you watch that video?
I did. I know what's in
no.
here, so I'm excited. And there's actually one in here I'm really excited to see in particular. So I'm so stoked about that. So while you do that, I am going to help you display these. And if you can help me out here, John, I know there's a couple books in here in particular. You had so many, you went through all of them. There's a bunch of them I didn't recognize. So I want to make sure that as he goes through that we don't miss out on anything.
If I can open it, that'd be cool.
Oh my goodness. You got it, man. Oh, is that
most of
that
it.
looks like one of our boxes.
He's very good about that.
Are you reusing boxes, John? That is very good.
These are very rare now because they aren't made anymore.
That's right.
I'm not sending any more of these out.
That's true. I don't use those boxes anymore.
Take your Blade,
Yeah.
your Ultimate Blade versus the Avengers.
There we go.
All right.
I wish this was Subway sandwich bag. That would be fun, but it's not.
Okay. Okay.
Why do I wish that? I don't know. The smell of Subway is kind of weird.
Oh, well, I
All right, what do we
skipped
got?
and I saw the trade first.
All right, so the trade in
It's
here.
like a mail. It's like my own mail call.
It's like a mystery mail call, basically.
that's
Look at
exciting.
this. Daredevil Born Again.
Woo!
It's Miller Goodness.
I still haven't read that. That's gonna go right in my bag so I can read that.
That is really
At my
cool.
leisure.
Look at that freaking cover, man.
I want to grab
It's
the blade from you,
gorgeous.
but you put it in a place that I don't want to reach for.
Yeah,
There you
don't
go.
grab that one.
Thank you, sir.
This is cool, man. All right, this is Daredevil's. This is in the Daredevil run, and I'm trying to remember what numbers it is. It's it's not. This is pre-3. It's like 200 and something.
I still do need to read that. That is very true.
Daredevil 226 to 233. Very cool. So this is just, you got to read this. Like if you don't recognize what this is, what this story is, you gotta just do yourself a favor.
Is that the one where she gives up his identity for drugs?
I'm not gonna tell you anything, man. But you're gonna recognize the covers because this one right here is by Mignola.
Who?
That's why I went on there. You
Is
know.
that Hellboy guy?
No, it's not. It's not Mignola.
Oh.
It wasn't Mignola. There's I confused the cover with another. I think the annual in this run was done by Mignola, but
Okay.
not that one. My bad.
So I've got a mysterious pile of mysterious comics. I have no idea.
Oh, dude, look
What
at it. It
is
has
in
the
here?
sketches in the back. Look at that. There's what's something about trades that I think are I can't tell you how much information I've gotten from I know this random little thing about a comic book that no one knows, that no one talked. It's in here.
The intros.
The intros and the outros and trades. This is I can't tell you how much stuff is referenced from the back of these books. There's so much value in a graphic novel beyond the story. This is cool, man. I gotta check this out when you're done.
And yet a lot of Image books have a bunch of material at the back of the single issues that they do not reprint in the trades. So you're kind of screwed either way. You're missing out on something.
That's true.
That's how my brain looks at it instead of seeing the positive. Oh,
Mephisto.
okay.
That's right. That's pretty cool.
Damn,
That's
is.
cool.
That's early.
Yeah, it's a fantasy masterpiece. This is a dope reprint of Silver Surfer issue number 3 for Prince of Mephisto.
I can dig that.
It's freaking awesome, man. That was a very, very nice book because you know what we're doing right now. We're actually almost done.
We're almost done.
Going through the entirety of what is the saga of the Infinity Gauntlet.
It was upside down. What is going on there?
That's some dope gold.
That is very gold.
Very gold
This is
reprint,
gold as it gets.
but gold edition as it gets. Corporate edition. That's not what it says. Commemorative edition. Not
There
corporate.
we go.
I'm like, corporate? It looks like it's all
The
something.
corporate edition.
This is the corporate.
Suits and
It's like,
ties.
read it backwards, and this is cool. Yeah, Human Torch versus Submariner. This is it right here. This is the. It's just a major Marvel comic reprint right there. That's cool.
That is very cool. Yep.
Oh dang, yo!
Oh.
Now that right
Okay.
there is hot.
Okay.
That's cool.
Sly dog. I was expecting some of this in here somewhere.
Dang, dude.
My
That's
absolute favorite.
That is not a.
That's not just any Wolverine book
Nah,
either.
that's number one, man.
Oof. People say that's important.
It is important. I mean, this goes right next to your Frank Miller. This is.
It goes right next to my Wolverine statue that I have.
Yeah, oh, that's right. You would get a Wolverine. He got him a Wolverine. You don't like Wolverine. Not really.
Yeah.
So this was a little
I was expecting
shots fired.
a whole Wolverine collection here.
What does John not like? I want to know what.
That's right. Let's fire some shots
we're
back.
gonna send him something. He's like, I don't like Superman.
That's
I need
funny.
games of Superman. What do we got there? Ooh, that's cool. I gotta read that, man. I told Russ I wanted to get that on my list. I've read a couple, and then I haven't kept up. And Jeff Lemire, man, that
I
dude's
had the
so
first
dope.
trade. I still haven't finished it though.
It's supposed to be really good.
It's
one of the
it's
best
freaky.
horror
You
comics.
dig it.
I gotta read it. All
Yeah.
right.
You like
Gideon
scary
Falls.
things.
Director's cut.
Thank you.
This is
sir.
him telling you gotta read it.
Oh yes.
All right.
Oh.
That's it.
What's that one?
Next ones.
Ooh. Okay.
You do those ones first. We'll go through these ones.
Ah, cool. Okay. Well, that goes with the last one. This is the second part of Gideon Falls. Even though you really, oh, there it is. There it goes. You can really not see that on camera. It does not come up.
Gideon Falls, cool cover though.
Ooh.
And then we got Sabretooth.
He's got his own.
This got a
I didn't
die
even know
cut.
that.
It's got
Is
a
that die cut?
Yep. You can put your fingers through there if you want.
You can feel it.
You can feel it. So these two are really cool. Do you recognize these at all? Other than the fact that it says Green Lantern, because this is actually probably the one reason why you. This is the only time you're gonna get a Green Lantern. Yeah, there you go. A Green Lantern comic book that has nothing to do with Green Lantern.
Is it in English or is it in Spanish?
So,
it appears to be in English.
This is in English. So yeah,
Oh, that's so
you
cool.
know. So why don't you explain what these are then? Because this is the English version, but this is the comic.
That is the comic book that was in Lost. The special little kid with undefined superpowers is reading a comic book on the airplane, and there's a polar bear in this comic book, and I think that is. Oh no, there's different reasons. There's a polar bear on the island, but I'm excited. I'm very glad to have that. That's fantastic.
I was so stoked to see him talk about that. I didn't even know. And then, something interesting is like that whole thing was an idea for a show that it's going to happen. It's something that I'm going to take on, but I want to do a show where we like a segment or a show where we start I want to document those kind of things, like mainstream media appearances of comic books. I want to have an excuse to talk about Are You Afraid of the Dark? When they go to the comic book store and the villain comes out of the comic and tries to kill the kid. It's Y7 and it's amazing. I know it was. We did. We recorded that. We never
something about it. But
yeah,
it
we never
didn't-
finished it.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel right. But that's another one. That's like that happened in Lost. That's a great example. So, anyways, shows.
Thank you, John.
Shows and then
Now I can go back and finally watch that video. I want to watch this box get put together.
That's right. You got to now.
I got to show the.
I was in the
YouTube
chat.
algorithm
I was
who's
like, I think I
boss.
was helping a little bit.
Good.
I can't remember. All right, what do we got down there?
What is next? Big Will.
Oh,
He did say that
Big Will
that
don't
he
mess
was coming back
around.
around.
oh my goodness. I'm scared. Big Well, he set the bar so high. Big Well not only sent in some crazy comic karma, then he
Yes, he
just
did.
like outdid himself and sent like a stack of graded comics and was like, Give these to the community.
And then he went into hibernation for a while.
He's like that. He's like, I won't be back for a couple months.
I saw him. It's a little bit of an older video. He did maybe sometime in the last month with Kate and Charlie and John and Jeffrey Comic-Con. They did a nice little. I don't want to call it a 3-person discussion because it was more like a 5-person discussion, I guess. But it was very cool.
That's awesome.
Big Will's a very good host.
Oof. Hashtag Closet Geek won this from me, but asked that I donate it. It's from a publisher in my state of Alabama. Oh wow. Closet Geek is another homie of ours in the chat.
Did I miss him in the chat already?
I know. I think I saw him in the chat. No, he was in the chat. For sure was in the chat.
He's always there.
Yeah, and I think he
Super
actually started out. I believe he was the one that started out with the super chat. Very, very the beginning of the show.
It fits the profile for him.
You know, because Closet Geek is helping. He's been helping us out with the show since the very, very beginning. But this is like we're in the inception aspect of Comic Karma now because Big Will is like, I'm gonna do some Comic Karma and do a giveaway. Here's some cool comic books from a local independent publisher. So he's doing his role in doing some Comic Karma, and then he provided that Comic Karma to Closet Geek, who not just did like participation in the community, he won, and then he doubled down on the Comic Karma and said, Big Will, send it to the mystery mail call so that we can then triple down on the Comic Karma and send them out to the community. My mind's blown. The community is awesome. Whoa, dude. Let's take a look at what's in here because this isn't little. Oh.
There's a bunch of comic books.
This can't all be from. Oh dang!
Big Will.
What are you doing, my man? Okay, hold up.
That's not a surprise in any way.
Okay. He says here, Closet Geek won this from me, but asked that I donate it. It's from a publisher in my state of Alabama. But not all of these.
Maybe just the one on the top.
It must just be the top. Oh, hold up.
There we go. Okay, there's several letters.
There's. Okay, even more layers. Okay, so this is like Shrek here. This right here is called Red Crow. It's #1. Look out for this Comic Karma going out. It's from a publisher in Alabama. This is an independent comic. Now this is the rest of it.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Nothing special, but you'll dig through. Ah.
I got it.
There we go. So as you go down, this goes modern, copper, bronze, silver, then gold. This gets older.
Oh my goodness,
further you
Big Will.
dig.
Okay, here we go. We got a regression. Okay, because we got to read regression. I've been told. Dead Body Road. Another image.
Exciting.
Southern Cross. I'm loving all the independent love.
Yes.
He's got his independent publisher in Alabama. He's picking up independent books, and he's sending out independent karma. Very cool. No Place Like Home. Interesting. #1. Another way to like, he wants people to start out reading something new. I see what he's doing here. He's giving some #1s here because if you like this 4 Eyes #1, you may want to get another one. And you may go, hell yeah, I do want that, and pick up a hell yeah #1. Maybe get #2.
I see what you did there.
Black Cloud #1. Very cool. Nowhere Man #1. I have a copy of this. I have the whole run.
I like the song.
I haven't read it yet. The Infinite Horizon. Okay, so these are all of the modern books that are in this lot. Ryan, can you fill in the community on what happens to the Comic Karma once it leaves here?
Oh yeah, that's right. I get to write on the back when we opened it. Thanks a lot, Will. I'm gonna have to write a whole bunch.
That's right.
A whole lot here.
See, the thing that and until we get a stamp, because we're gonna get a Comic Karma stamp with a date, it's gonna be a lot easier because there's so much Comic Karma happening. But Ryan has taken on the task of
yes, I have.
Comic Karma. He writes it on the back and then he puts the date. So to the future individuals in the community who receive these books that have the words in Ryan's handwriting, very likely, Comic Karma with the date. Well, you have found this video because of that, and
indeed,
you can thank Big Will for those books. And that's how it's going to work here.
And you can thank Ryan for writing on them.
That's right. Ooh, and then we have the first appearance of Brother Blood in New Teen Titans, issue #21. We have George Perez goodness. We have a really classic run here, and we have a very, very cool book. And it wouldn't be complete without a New Teen Titans issue #1. Just classic books that right now are super hot for obvious reasons, and a very nice gift. Just like this issue of Wolverine #1. It's like him and John conspired or something, but they knew.
That's it.
They knew that this was one that we had to get you to write something on.
People need that book.
Then we got Johnny Thunder.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool. That's a high grade copy of Johnny Thunder. Look at
sharp.
that. Look at those colors.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. We have another copy of Johnny Thunder. We have a copy of Trigger Twins, issue number 1. That is cool.
The Trigger Twins.
DC Bronze.
He's a big fan of the Western. Big Will.
He is. He sent in a handful of Westerns. We also have Justice League issue number 82. Classic. I always liked all the the team up, the lineup, the faces and the sides where they did that for a large part of that run. Can you hold on to those for us?
Okay.
All right, now this is where it's going to start heating up. Thank you to the 132 viewers currently joining us. We are doing some Comic Karma. These are comic books that aren't ours. These are comic books that get sent in from the community so that we can send them back out in addition to the mystery mail call that we send. We put it on top. We make the mail call.
Correct.
It's done, and then we say, all right, where's the Comic Karma box? And we just start putting them on there. You can see them on Instagram at Comic Tom 101.
They look really cool when you flip them all over and you see just the handwriting.
I know.
The handwriting's so beautiful.
It is great handwriting. And look at this Ghost Rider issue number 5. This is one of those runs that everyone loves simply because they're like, wait, Ghost Rider? That's not Ghost Rider. And then it starts the conversation. It's a really cool book. Yeah. And you know what? It's a dope Western.
It makes way more sense as a cowboy title.
Look at this. JLA 55. I love this book. I love this book because just look at Robin's head on like the bat body. It looks so wrong. Like look at that.
Should be this feels like what Marvel's doing right now, just putting different superheroes onto different other superheroes.
Why not? It looks like a toy, like one of those toys you can remove the head and you can just like. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hilarious.
All right, we got Tales of. Oh, that's cool. Tales of Wells Fargo.
Dude, we should.
We gotta
hang that one up or something. No, that's Comic Con.
All right, yeah, I know. Well, I don't even realize
that's so appropriate.
Cool. So
oh my goodness,
this is cool. Big Will, let us know. This is something that it's cool. We can send this out in the community, but it's because it's not a superhero, so I feel like people won't be upset. But I know Ryan and Aaron because we all started out our
met at Wells Fargo
at
working
Wells Fargo.
there.
So that's kind of cool. I like that.
Cool.
I've never owned a Wells Fargo comic. So.
I did not know there were Wells Fargo. Of course there are. What
all right, Big Will. We were gonna put this on the. It's gonna go in the mail. It's gonna go in the giveaway box. But I'm hoping that we can get permission to maybe keep this in the set.
If there's anyone we should hang on to, it should be that one. I think.
Because it's a Wells Fargo comic book.
We need permission for that.
We need permission, but it's gonna go aside first. We gotta wait for Big Will. We'll see him in the chat eventually here. Oh my goodness! Look at this gold. Look at that. Okay, this has got to go out no matter what, though. Look at this Lone Ranger.
Oh man,
that's cool. I like that.
I have to write on the back of these boards.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of writing there.
I don't want to open these. That's too scary.
Dude, look at this, man.
Oh my goodness.
The Guru is gonna love this. Daredevil issue number 31 from the GL. Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at that. That is cool. Comic Karma. Getting gold for Comic Karma is always a trip. These are so I would have trouble sending out gold all the time, like Big Will does. Like this has got to be really cool to know this is gonna go out to somebody, and they're just gonna get as karma, and it could be the very first Golden Age comic they get. And I'm super stoked to be in the middle of that process. Thank you, Big Will, for giving us the awesome duty to send these out. I'm stoked about this Lone Ranger too, because there's a lot of photo covers in this run, and photo covers is not as cool as that right there. So props to you, Big Will. That is very cool. Okay. Well, let's keep it rolling because Lords of the Long Box is going to be trying to start at 6. Now, TiVo did tell me that they start after us. So we're going to tell everybody right now. You got to hit the description. Go over to Lords of the Long Box. He's over here in the chat, I'm sure. He's going to be starting up his show. They got a fun, packed show for you after ours here. And we're going to be winding up here in just a second. We have 2 more boxes to open, and I want to get them both open. Otherwise, they're going to sit here for too long. So let's just get it. You want to maybe start working on that one while I get this one rolling?
Let's see if I can put these.
Yeah, let's
sorry,
put those aside.
Rainbow's not coming.
Over there.
I don't want to hold on to the gold. I'm going to put that down.
Ryan doesn't want the gold.
I'm scared.
Okay, let's see here.
Too much pressure.
Thank you to the 130 plus members of the community who are currently joining us on this Wednesday. It's a little late. I want to say something though that's really I'm super stoked about. Ryan, we have a new computer on its way, which means that we're going to be moving the live show to the studio soon. and I am so ready for that.
That's happening?
It is. It's finally. This has all been temporary. This whole wall. I mean, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to break the news here. What's behind this wall isn't Seattle.
What?
It's my kitchen.
Haha.
My kitchen's back there.
You ruined the illusion.
I ruined it. Everyone's like, I'm unsubbing to Comic Tom 101 now. I want my Comic Karma back. No, it's an illusion, but we're now in a position where we can upgrade the set while doing live shows, and we're going to be able to do that. So I'm super stoked to bring this whole setup all the way to the studio, and it's going to create a different show. I just know it. It's going to be different when we don't have the screen right here like this, when we can't see each other like just in the screen like that. It's going to create a different show, and we are going to have some awesome segments I'm excited to do. So it's going to be different, and I'm excited. So I know we got people.
These people are trolling us in the comments.
They're like WTF, mind
not
blown.
a real wall.
No, it's not a real wall. What? Tom, you
thought
don't
it
have a
was
stone
obvious,
wall in your
but-
home? No. No, I don't. And for Luis Castillo says, Tom just broke the fourth wall. That's right. I did. There we go. All right. We got Big Boy Comics and Denzel Merritt, who say, hey, Comic Tom, Ryan, Russ, Comic
Recognize
Pops, and the Geek Street fam. Sorry if I missed anyone. Just want to say thank you again for the ASM 129. Oh, this is the member. Whoa, okay. That's a trip. So this is a member who got the 129. I don't know who this is. Part of doing the mystery mail
I've seen him
call.
around in some chats.
Right, I have, but here's the thing. I don't know. Like, I want
Not on
to. I don't know.
Instagram?
It's not on
No,
Insta. He didn't
I'm not
post it on
sure.
Insta. So not every member's on Instagram.
Yeah.
But this is the first like real connection.
Confirmation.
Yeah, this is cool. Thank you again for the ASM 129 and making us believe in comic karma. Want to return the favor and send you and the community these books from our personal collection. We have learned so much from your guys' videos and teaching us how to flip books and get the keys we've always been looking for. We love watching the shows each week and use all the resources you provided us and the community. Shout out to Nick from Key Collector app. Love the app. Shout out to Bueller for the amazing content and Max Pro for the discount. Look at that. That's awesome.
Got all the
We would
shout-outs.
love to see you. We would love to see you, my man Russ, and Comic Pops more on the show. But we know that he's busy, and with the new store, congratulations again. A big thank you from Big Boy Comics and Denzel Merritt. Very cool. Thank you so much. You are comic fam, and you are friends. And we do appreciate you from returning the favor here, sending in some awesome comic karma. Abe Sapien, the one-shot Drums of the Dead. You know it's got the Hellboy short. You know I love it because it's got a new Hellboy mystery from Mr. Mike Mignola. Don't say the G. He's Italian. I'm saving you the trouble. Hellboy, Conqueror, Worm, one of the best Hellboy stories. It's a 4-shot. It's awesome. And, we got both of them here.
Ooh.
Oh,
Who
we
dis?
got our buddy. This guy's like family. He's a friend, but I call him my brother. This is Art Baltazar, the legendary cartoonist who's just killing it, single-handedly bringing more kids to comic books than anybody since probably freaking Bone. Art Baltazar. If you're not reading them, your kids should be. Get them Art Baltazar comic books. Oh yeah, make it happen.
In the cool style. I
We
love
have-
that. Is that a signature?
Yeah, Adventures of Superman. It's probably got the cert on the back. Nope, doesn't, but it's okay. A lot of these had the cert. I was guessing, but you know what? It's got a signature on it. And who is it? That is Mike
Just Mike.
Mike
Just some guy.
Carlin. Mike Carlin? Michael Carlin? I don't know. So it's signed. That's cool.
What it looks like.
All right. We got, what is this? Batman Superman #1. Very cool. We got Wolverine. This freaking Sam Keith cover is so dope. Look at that. That dude can draw, man. I tried meeting him at New York. Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
No, but he was too busy. See, here's the thing that's kind of irritating. He was too busy, and then I left for an hour, and then I saw him at the Dark Horse booth, and he was chatting up with a bunch of girls for 45 minutes.
Gotta give the man some room.
And he's too busy.
Yep.
He's too busy. But he was just there, and I was kind of hovering. I'm like, oh, is there any way I can kind of sneak in and just say hi? Maybe I brought Max books. I want him. Nope. He was purposefully doing this to everybody. He's like, I'm focusing on the 3 women who are asking me about my art right now for 45 minutes. I was
Sounds like-
hovering. I was trying not to be in anyone's eyesight, but I really wanted to meet Sam Keith, and I didn't get a chance to. Oh my gosh, look at this, Marvel. That's pretty cool.
Marvel.
That's pretty cool. Like
Oh, you got-
Smallville, but
you got
Marvel.
a couple of them.
Yeah, that's interesting. Look at that. Epic, Marvel. All right, we gotta pick this up here. Oh, Hellblazer. Heck yeah. Look at that. Chasing Demons. And then last but not least, Rise of Midnight Sun. Another one that it's a classic. Classic Ghost Rider. Everyone needs it. All right. That is really, really cool. Thank you so much again. Big thank you to Big Boy Comics and Denzel Merritt. And thank you so much for sending in the Comic Karma. Enjoy the 129. We do appreciate you.
That is a full-on letter we got in this.
All right. What do we got here?
There you go.
All right. We're wrapping this up. Here. Hey, Tom. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Tom, here are some comics for Comic Karma. They aren't some of the hot comics right now, but they are good comics that deserve an audience. Some of the contents are. All right, I'm gonna read through these. Do you want to show them as I talk about them? Because he has Nexus number 1.
Are they in order? That would be cool. There's a
That's kind of cool too.
Start with that.
All right, so this right here is. Ooh.
Yeah.
That is freaking cool. I don't see that on here, so I'm just going to mention what this is. This is a comic art tribute to Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, and it looks like playing cards or something. What is this? Oh, it's just cards. Ooh, that is cool. All right, so I'm not going to be able to show them all on camera, but I'm looking through, and it's a bunch of gold, a bunch of Golden Age. You got like the Simon, Fighting American, Kirby goodness here, Champion Comics. It's just like, you got Blue Eyes, and it says the information on the back. So look out for these. I'm going to split them up and send them out because everyone can get a piece of that. That is so cool. Everyone needs a piece of Kirby and Simon. That's so dope. All right.
There we go. Now I got them in order.
You got some in order here. We have Nexus number 1. This isn't the first appearance of the character. That was in the 3rd issue. However, this was that was in the 3rd issue, black and white magazine size miniseries. This issue, however, is the first appearance of him in a color series. It's a great Steve Rude art and wraparound cover. Yeah, look at that cover, man. That is so dope. It's not wrapped around because there's a board there. But know that behind that board, that cover continues. So that's pretty cool. We also have New Teen Titans, issue number 99, Speedy Becomes Arsenal. Great issue by Marv Wolfman, one of his favorite artists. Marv Wolfman and Tom Grummett. Grummett?
Grummett? Looks like Grummett.
One of my favorite artists. Very cool. Next one, we have a Secret Origins Annual number 1. Now, this is a Doom Patrol story that seems to get very little love for some reason. It's fantastic art by John Byrne.
Burn.
Yeah, all right, that's cool. Doom Patrol. I love hearing that good Doom Patrol stories because I'm hearing nothing but good things. That is so cool. All right. Then we have Leave It to Chance number 1. We have a fun independent property by James Robinson and Paul Smith. Would love to see a well-done animated feature on this.
Looks spooky.
It does look spooky. All right. And then we have Eclipse Monthly number 1, Buried Treasure. First appearance of Static, a Steve Ditko creation, as well as the premiere of Rio by the creator of Johnny Quest, the late, great Doug Wildley. I love Johnny Quest. Did you ever watch that?
Nope. I apparently didn't watch anything.
All right. Some luck for the fans will enjoy these. 4-color commentary. Thank you so much, Mr.
Okay, he's got little notes on the rest of these.
Mark Allen. Thank you so much. That is very cool. Oh, and then we have more notes. We have more things. Here, let's take a look at those. So we have Cyberforce here. This one's signed by Mark Silvestri in 1992. And yeah, he actually, I've gotten these before too. This is a little ash can. And yeah, he signed a bunch of these. These are very cool. Then we have, this is when Longshot gets introduced into X-Men. This is signed by Mr. R. Adams, who is such a pimp. I love that guy. Signed by Arthur Adams at Tulsa DEF CON in 1997. I got it signed myself. Oh, I got to keep, let's make sure that these notes stay in there because I like the community knowing that this isn't just random Comic Karma. This is Comic Karma from someone's PC. Nice. Very cool. Awesome. We got the classic Green Lantern hologram cover.
That sounds like a pretty cool character.
Cool enough.
This is one of my favorite series.
Boom.
New Avengers.
New Avengers.
It is a issue number 1 variant. I believe it's
Yeah,
a variant,
the
obviously.
Sentry shot right there. Heck yeah. All right. And then we got some. Ooh, I love these masterworks. These are great. Look at that. So we got Wiz Comics here, some Shazam goodness. We got the Brave and the Bold masterwork because you got to read about your first appearance of JLA, and then you got your Spirit masterwork because it's just so classy. You got to have some Spirit in your collection.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Bake the Snake says it's the first cover appearance of Ronin.
That's cool.
That's pretty dope. Look at that. First cover appearance of Ronin right there. Didn't even know. It's like a true first video. Didn't even know. All right, what do we got there?
I'm not sure if my brother is still in the chat, but this was the first comic book I ever had because he had this. And I read this growing up when we were little.
That's cool.
I don't even really enjoy The Hobbit that much, but that's one of the earliest comics I ever read.
That's really cool. I got to read that.
Ooh, there's a note in here.
I love the... Oh, this is actually from the... I've gotten these. Like, there's a 4-part series, I believe. And this is it. And it's all collected. That is so dope.
I remember liking it enough as a kid.
Yeah, no, this is great. I remember there's a map in here in the very beginning. Yeah, right there. Boom, that map right there. I was really into drawing in like 2nd grade, and I remember recreating this map with that hand and everything.
Oh, wow.
And I used the comic to do it. So anyways, that's cool.
It's cool that we both have memories of that one.
It's a good book, man. What is that?
Tarzan versus the Phantom, the Monster of Frankenstein, and Mr. Hyde is what this note says.
Okay, that sounds super interesting.
I can dig it.
It sounds like Comic Karma.
Sounds like I've got a lot of
Oh my goodness.
homework.
You do. So this is all Comic Karma that you can expect to be
This
sent
is what
out.
happens when you wait, and then you get like 6 boxes to open all at once.
I know, man.
And then you go, here you go, Ryan. Right on these.
I know, right?
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. I do appreciate
I'll
you
do
being
that.
here. Thanks for
I'll do that
like
while I'm
driving
watching
out
Blade.
here.
I'll watch
Right?
Blade
Oh
and
my
write on the
gosh,
back of all
please.
these.
I think it's on Netflix. I think it is. All right.
I really
So that's
have no
Comic
excuse.
Karma. Thank you so much, community. We got to jump off. We got Lords of the Long Box. Probably like, what the heck is Comic Tom doing over there? We're starting late, but you know what? We had to get through the Comic Karma. We're going to be at Emerald City Comic Con. You're going to be there tomorrow or Friday?
I've got 4 days.
Oh, so you come down as much as you can?
Tomorrow's going to be rough because I work tonight. I got to work in a few hours and get some sleep in the morning afterwards and then come down at some point tomorrow.
So I'm hearing that there is a Hellboy brewery. Okay, at a brewery, there's going to be a Hellboy beer launch party. And they're launching it in Seattle after the show. I think it's like at 9 o'clock at some pub in Seattle. So I'm actually interested in doing a meetup there. But then again, maybe not because it may be sold out. Like, I don't know the logistics. You have to get there early or something. So my goal is on Friday after the show that I know you're going to be there. I know Jeff is going to be there. At least us 3. And Slav will be there for sure. We're going to be heading out after the show. I'm probably going to try to plan a meetup for anyone who's at Emerald City. So right now, the plan is probably just follow us on Instagram. We're going to be communicating as much as we can via there, where we're going to be. And yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to go to Emerald City. It's been a year.
I've never been.
I was looking at our Emerald City video where I dressed up as Spider-Man and walked around looking like a fool.
Mm-hmm.
And man, we made so much content since then. This is our 300th release.
That's weird.
300 videos on the channel as of today. And I have a video for you guys that's bonus to this. We have a Silver Surfer video that we got to drop. I was going to drop it yesterday, but it wasn't ready yet. Now it's ready today. We should have a True First video ready for you tomorrow. And then we got the top 10 that we are going to be releasing on Friday. And it's going to be a special one because, I mean, if you're there on Thursday, that'd be cool. But I think it's just going to be me and Russ.
I can't make any promises about Thursday. Thursday's going to be rough for me.
It's going to be late, so probably not. And yes, Instagram is down right now. It is not working. My life has been crazy trying to get Instagram to work, and I realize it's not just me. But no, we will be... I'm hoping Instagram is going to be working by the weekend, and we'll be communicating with you, the community who's out in Seattle, where we're going to be. Take a look for Jeff over at Emerald City. He's actually setting up, and we'll be there pretty much every day. So looking forward to seeing you there.
Come hang out.
Come hang out. We do appreciate you, Comic Fam. We do have a giveaway to announce. Let me see here. Let's see. Let's do this way. We're going to post. Yeah, we're going to do this here. Thank you so much. We have Comic Karma that's going to be going out. We do appreciate you. If you want to enter to win a copy of McFarlane Gold, Spider-Man #1, as well as this graphic novel of Blade, because you just got to have it. If you already have a copy, regift it, send it to someone else who needs to read about Blade.
Hopefully Instagram works.
That's the thing. Ooh, Instagram ain't working though. We'll figure it out. Ryan, first thing that came to your mind when I told you that you need to watch Blade?
Hooray!
Hooray. Hooray for what?
Vampires!
Oh my gosh, look at this picture. That's a great picture of you.
Oh, man, I love it.
All right, so
Photo
hooray
giant.
vampires. Give me one more thing. Hooray vampire what?
Weekdays.
Hooray for vampire weekdays. Okay. Hooray for Vampire Weekdays is on my Instagram, and hopefully it gets posted, and hopefully you can see it. If you don't see it today, it's going to be up there soon. See, it says it can't even do it. It says it can't even refresh because Instagram is being silly. So, oh, it posted. All right, it's there. So if you comment on that, you're going to be entered to win this. We'll see you next week. We do appreciate you, Comic Fam. We are going to be seeing some changes to the set here pretty soon. Hopefully within 2 weeks, maybe 3. Who knows?
This
Maybe
is all
4.
news to me. I'm excited.
I'm stoked, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. As always.
Good night, everyone. Goodbye.
Geek responsible.